Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to my channel. My name is SimsPhie, and today I'm here with another video. So today we're going to be doing a tier list. I saw Englishsimmer do this video and it just sounded like a lot of fun, so I grabbed the link to the tier list she was using and I thought I would just give it a try. I have a lot of opinions about The Sims 4, and so I just thought it would be a good time. Oh, and I will be sure to link Englishsimmer's video down below. I'm sure most of you have already seen it, but just in case you haven't. Okay, so our first pack is backyard stuff. So this is a stuff pack. I don't remember when it came out. I feel like it was pretty early in The Sims 4. This one we got like super slider thing. That was pretty cute, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't really use that one that much. I mean, we got some cute stuff like the bird feeder. That was kind of cute. I guess I would have to give that. It's definitely not a tragic clown. Somewhere between Grim Reaper and Crumble Bottom, but I'm not sure. Well, I think I'm gonna have to give this one Crumble Bottom for now, but we'll see what else gets tiered in. Maybe that one will move. Okay, so our next pack is the one and only Journey to Batu. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right. This is literally the only pack for The Sims 4 that I do not own. This pack was pretty controversial. I watched the Star Wars movies as a kid, like they were fine. You know, I'm not like a super fan, and I certainly was not hyped to have it in The Sims 4, so you know, this one's pretty low for me, like low enough that I didn't even purchase it because I just have zero interest in playing in a Star Wars universe. I've watched a lot of people's reviews and gameplay of this. The replayability of this pack seems a little bit sketchy, and then the build and buy and cast is nice and well done for one, but not super usable in the game, and I'm someone who plays with a lot of family gameplay. For me, it's just really not my thing, so I'm gonna have to put that one in Tragic Clown. I'm so sorry if this is like one of your favorite packs. That's just gonna have to go down there. Alright, so our next one is bowling stuff. The cast for this pack is gorgeous. There's this like one pair of jeans shorts from this pack that I literally use on like half of my Sims. It's got this cute like modern vintage like retro feel. I love it. And also I'm always looking for an excuse to have an activity in the game. I use the bowling pack honestly quite a lot. I don't think it's quite at the level of Motherload for me because it's not like a top tier pack, because you know that just like doesn't come with that much, but honestly for me this is a rosebud, like a clear rosebud. I love this pack. I use it a lot. All right, so next we have The Sims 4 Pets. Oh, excuse me, not The Sims 4 Pets, The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs and no horses. Not that I was like super in need of horses, but like obviously this one was a super downgrade from The Sims 3. I do like pets. I use them sometimes, but honestly they were a little disappointing, I would say, in comparison to other pets iterations we've had in the past. I must say though that Brindleton Bay is one of the best towns in the entire game. I'm always using Brindleton Bay. Like, it's just a gorgeous town. The lots are huge. There's like a good amount of them. I love that town, but I'm kind of so on the pack. Like, I don't really use the veterinary clinic, so for that reason I think it honestly is gonna go kind of in the middle for me. The like actual cats and dogs kind of dragging it down, and Brindleton Bay kind of pulling it up, because Brindleton Bay is just one of the best towns we've received. I think it's my second favorite town of all time. All right, so our next pack is City Living. Okay, so City Living I actually used quite a bit. I really like the apartments. I think it's just really fun to like get out of the regular suburban life of The Sims. It adds a little bit more challenge and a little bit of a twist to the game if you're feeling a little bit bored and you're not really sure what to do. That one's a really good one. I also really love the diversity that was introduced in this pack. Like, there's all sorts of diverse clothes and Sims in this town, which is like super fun. Obviously after a couple of generations it kind of goes away, but at least, you know, we've got that aspect of diversity when you first get into the game. That's really nice. And then this pack also introduced the work from home careers, which I really love. So honestly I feel like City Living for me is a solid rosebud. I really do use this one a lot. All right, so next we have cool kitchen stuff. I do really like the kitchen stuff that came with this pack. The counters are super nice. I do use use those a lot. However, there's really only one kitchen set in this kitchen pack, which I always thought was kind of weird. It came with like a lot of hairs and things, and I pretty much exclusively use custom content hair. If you see this video and you're interested in seeing some of my CC, just let me know. I would totally be down to make a video about that. But anyway, so for cool kitchen stuff, it's not the most usable pack, but it's like not a bad pack. It's just kind of like fine. So for that reason, I think I would have to put this one in crumple bottom. Yeah, I feel like relatively neutral to this pack, I think. So our next pack is Dine Out. This one gets a lot of flack for being glitchy, but I have to say this one is not that bad for me. I pretty much play exclusively off of my Mac. Honestly, I use restaurants all the time. Like I always have restaurants down, so I definitely get a lot of use out of this pack. You know, I really enjoy things that give your Sims just like activities to do, fun places to go, so that the game feels less monotonous. So honestly, for me, I would say that Dine Out is like a solid, I don't know if it's quite a mother load. I don't know if this is controversial, but I think I'm going to put it at mother load for myself. So next we have Discover University. So this is our first expansion. Oh no, totally lied. We've done several expansion packs. Okay. I'm also kind of two minds with this one. So I do use Discover University quite a lot. I like sending my Sims to university. Having them come out with a degree just gives them like a lot more personality. It makes each Sim feel a lot more unique. So I guess Discover University do I like it the same as Cats and Dogs or less? One of these. I feel like it's, yeah, like a crumble bottom. All right, so our next pack is Eco Lifestyle. This is another controversial one. Eco Lifestyle is one of the most recent. Again, I feel kind of mixed feelings about this pack. When I saw the trailer for this pack, like the original first trailer, I was like, not sure if this is quite my speed. When I ultimately got the pack, there's a lot in it that I do like. I really like the maker, like the little fabricator thing. I think that's super cute. I think it introduces quite a lot of useful stuff for playing Rags to Riches. For me, I don't play Rags to Riches all that often, but when you are playing Rags to Riches, and when I sometimes do play Rags to Riches, I feel like Eco Lifestyle just added a lot of playability to that. Now that you can like roam in the dumpster, you can collect like bed from just digging through things, which I think is honestly very, very useful if you're trying to play that kind of a challenge. So the one thing is that it introduced a lot of glitches, which I don't think is really the pack's fault. It's more like the patch that was the issue. Got so many glitches, namely the one where all of my Sims were just randomly making cake. In that way, Eco Lifestyle introduced a lot of issues, but I also don't hate it. So I feel like I definitely don't love it as much as Discover University, but I definitely don't dislike it to the level of Journey to Bat 2, so I think I'm just gonna have to put it in Grim Reaper. So our next pack is fitness stuff. So fitness stuff, I feel pretty neutral about. I do use the things from this pack quite a bit, like especially the CAS items, but I wouldn't say it's like one of the best packs we've ever received, but like it did a solid job at like what it was trying to do. So for that reason, I would probably put fitness stuff. I don't think it's quite to the level of bowling stuff or city living for me. I feel like I'm gonna put a lot in crumble bottom. My first pet stuff. When this pack came out, the level of controversy in the Sims community was out of this world, which very fair. Like, it was so annoying that they released this pack that was like clearly just like weird DLC extra version of pets, except with small animals. Are the small animals good? I mean, the small animals are pretty decent. Honestly, my first pet stuff is not that bad content wise. The rollout, tragic clown, but obviously overall around a crumble bottom, it's pretty similar to pets. It's just kind of fine. That's kind of how I feel about that one. So our next pack is Get Famous. Now, Get Famous, I don't know if this is controversial, literally one of the best packs that has come out for The Sims 4. I use Get Famous literally all the time. It's so well done. I think this is the best fame system we've had in The Sims. I love the acting career and the way it plays into all of the other packs. I think is really cool. The world is the only downside. It is so small. There's like 5 lots. I can't remember. It's like 4 or 5. The gameplay in Get Famous is some of the best that we've gotten, and for that alone, I think that just goes straight to a mother load for me, honestly. All right, so our next pack is Get Together. Now, this is another one that I feel like not a lot of people like super passionately love, but I adore Get Together. I honestly use it weirdly quite a lot. First of all, Windenburg. beautiful. It is honestly my favorite world we've received in The Sims. Every other world pretty much we've gotten has been pretty standard American looking world, where like this one has like a nice, super cute like German, European feel that I absolutely love. When you get into gameplay, there isn't a ton that comes with this pack, but honestly, the club system does not, I think, get the praise that it deserves. If you want to create like a homework club so that your kid can make some friends, this is like a super useful way to do that. I do use Get Together quite a lot in that aspect. So I gotta say, like, straight to motherload for me. Okay, so next we have Get to Work. So this was the very first expansion pack. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the very first expansion pack for The Sims 4, and it shows. It's not a bad pack. Like, so this one like basically introduced a bunch of active careers. The careers that came with this pack, they're like pretty well done. I just don't use them ever. For me, if you play like a lot with a whole family, these active careers are not the best, because so if you're playing with one sim and you can devote all of your time to your work, this is a great pack for you, because these active careers require like full 100% attention if you want to get any advancement in your career. It comes with the doctor career, the scientist career, and the detective career. Of those three, the scientist career is definitely my favorite. For me, the active careers are not really it. The build buy is very specific to those active careers, so like you're not making a house out of that stuff. So for me, this one is like probably, I don't think it's quite a, well, is it a tragic clown? Somewhere between these two, I gotta be honest. And personally for me, I definitely strongly dislike Journey to Batu on like another level. I think I like Get to Work like a little slightly more than Journey to Batu, but definitely not as much as Eco Lifestyles. Alright, so our next pack is Island Living. So this one is another one that gets a lot of flack, but I honestly kind of enjoy this pack. I use this one quite a lot. I love having kind of a different feel to my world that kind of shifts me away from the, you know, everyday monotony of the like suburban Sims life. I love the beaches. I love being able to swim deep in the water. I love the culture that was introduced in this pack. I think that's really cool. The mermaids, I don't use very often. Like, they're really just glorified Sims with fins. Like, there's nothing really different about the mermaids other than they can like change the weather. For the culture and for the world, I think this one's a rosebud. Could have been a motherload, but didn't quite hit that level of content for me. So the next one I have is Jungle Adventure. So Jungle Adventure also has a really gorgeous world and a really nice introduction of culture. So for a vacation world, Salvadorada is gorgeous. I do go here quite often. I love the introduction of Hispanic, South American culture that came with this pack. The archaeology stuff and the like traveling in the caves, I'm gonna be honest, I don't use ever. So for that reason, I think this one is probably, I think maybe a crumble bottom for me. Not quite at the level of Island Living, because Island Living you can actually live there. Then I think that one's gonna go kind of in the middle for me. Our next pack is kids room stuff. It adds like some pretty cute stuff, like some nice build by. There's like cute little beds for your kids. What are they called? The like weird Pokemon. The void critters. Yes, the void critters are cute. I don't play with them very often. It's only $10. I wasn't expecting like a crazy amount of stuff with this. For what it is, it's like well made, it's cute. Yeah, I feel pretty similarly about this one that I do to Cool Kitchen stuff, so I think I'm gonna put this one in crumble bottom. So our next one is Nifty Knitting. Nifty Knitting, it was a community voted stuff pack. I don't think arts and crafts or knitting was what I had ultimately ended up voting for. However, I do enjoy this pack quite a bit. I really do use knitting a lot, like shockingly. The build by in this pack is beautiful. It's so cute. It like really just pulls at my inner cottage core folklore energy. Like it speaks to me there. So for that alone, I think I'm probably gonna have to put it in a rosebud. All right, so our next pack is Laundry Day. Laundry Day was the other community voted stuff pack. We just want the simple things. Laundry Day, I honestly do love. Like, I do use laundry in almost every house that I have. I just love having like a dumb little stupid task for my Sims to do to make it feel more real. That makes me want to care about them, you know? So I do really love Laundry Day for that reason. But the main winner, the build by Laundry Day stuff, is gorgeous. It also added just these amazing like wood crafted, homey, like cozy items that I just love. Cass is so cute. Honestly, I think it might mother load for me. I love Laundry Day. So our next pack is luxury party stuff. Now this one, I'm gonna be honest, was like not one of my faves. The gameplay stuff is like really lackluster. Like I don't use the buffet table or really any of the like gameplay things that came with this. The cast, yeah, it's also super flashy. Like I don't use it that much with like my regular gameplay. Sometimes when I have celebrities, like the fancy dresses and suits and things are kind of useful. So I feel like that one is probably a Grim Reaper for me. It's definitely not as usable as backyard stuff or Cool Kitchen or Pets. It's not Tragic Clown. It's not like one of the worst packs we've ever received, but you know what? It's like fine. And next, the Black Sheep Mosquito stuff. Now this pack, I'm gonna have to be honest, I kind of love it. Weirdly enough. And like trust me, like I from the minute that trailer dropped thought I was gonna hate this pack with like a deep passion. I played through with it, and this pack, honestly, the build buy, not bad. I love the clutter items, and then the photography aspect of this pack. I use this so much. So as a family game player, I play a lot with like multiple generations. I love to take pictures of my Sims in game and like have pictures all over their house, all over the place. And this pack absolutely revolutionized the camera system in this game. It added poses, and I think the freelance photography career is also super cute. I haven't had a chance to play through it a ton, but it seems really well made. So Mosquito stuff, I gotta be honest, it's mother load for me. The cast is like not my favorite we've ever received, but honestly I play a lot with Get Famous, and Mosquito stuff works so well with Get Famous. Items that I like wouldn't wear for myself work really well if you're like trying to imbue lots of character into some like very rich, annoying celebrity sim. Like it works so well for that. Our next pack is movie hangout stuff. Now this is another one of my favorites. I really love movie hangout stuff. I use it all the time. My Sims are constantly like having cute little movie nights together. I love creating movie theaters that they can go and visit. I think the stuff that comes with movie hangout is really unique and really cute. Like it's very boho and hippie. I think it's really cute. It adds like a lot of character to your builds. And so for that reason, I think it's probably Rosebud for me. I think it's honestly a really well done stuff pack. So our next pack is Outdoor Living. No, it's not Outdoor Living. That's wrong. Outdoor Retreat. So Outdoor Retreat is also one of the very first packs we got for The Sims 4. I think it was maybe the first game pack we ever received. So Outdoor Retreat is kind of fine. I like the world. I think it's cute. I don't go there a ton, but I think what's there is really well made. It's got like a nice campground feel. Is it one of the ones I use the most? Not really. I definitely think I like Salvadorada more as a vacation world. For me, I feel like that one is probably so I think I'm gonna just give it a like Grim Reaper, but I don't hate it. It's like fine, I guess. All right, next one is Parenthood. Now Parenthood, again, I don't know how other people feel about this, but Parenthood I use so much. Like it's not the same thing as Sims 3 Generations. Like that was maybe the best pack we've ever received in the Sims franchise. It's not quite at the same level as that. Like what it adds I think is really good. It really makes your families feel a lot more cohesive. Like there's a lot more personality to this. I really like just like all the like super cute interactions it adds when your kids are adults. Like I don't remember what the relationship's called, but like that like super siblings one, if your siblings grow up and they were really close, I think that's really cute. In that way it adds more playability for me and families, and I really like that aspect of it. So for that reason, I think this one honestly might be a Rosebud for me. I do use it a lot. I play so often with families and kids. This one like really added a lot for me in that aspect. All right, so our next pack is Perfect Patio Stuff. Now this pack is like all shades of meh. Like it's fine. The stuff that comes with it is fine. The hot tubs are nice. If you really want hot tubs in your game, like go get this pack, you'll get some hot tubs. That's kind of the only thing that's different about this. But honestly, like now we've patched in a hot tub, so I don't know if it's even worth it to get the hot tub anymore, but you know what, it's a fine pack. I think it's probably at a like Grim Reaper for me. Like it's not a bad pack, it's just kind of meh. So our next pack is Realm of Magic. I don't play that much with the cult, or when I do play with the cults, I play mostly with spellcasters. I like the spellcasters a lot. I think the like spell learning system is maybe a little easy and you can get through it kind of quick, but I do think it's really well done. I love the generational aspect to it. That's kind of my favorite part, that like with each generation your witches get stronger. I think that's really cool. It is a small world, which is annoying, but it's a very pretty world, and it's only a game pack, so like I'm not super offended, but it's like kind of fine. So for me, I think this one is not quite at a Rosebud, but definitely not a Grim Reaper. So I think it's probably a Crumble Bottom, but like also maybe one of the best within that. I'm not really ranking within, but for me it's like probably the best of the ones in this row maybe. Our next pack is Romantic Garden Stuff. Really like all of the things it added, like nice stone statues. The wishing well is good. I like the wishing well. I don't like use it that much in my everyday gameplay, but I do get a lot of use out of it in challenges, and in like I play a ton with Disney princesses, and it's such just like a good addition to like a Disney princess challenge. I do really like Romantic Garden Stuff. I think, is it a Rosebud for me? I don't know. Pack, actually no, I'm gonna knock it down to Crumble Bottom. It's not the most memorable pack, but what you get with it is nice. I think it's well done. Now, Snowy Escape. Now this is the most recent pack to The Sims 4. This pack I haven't had a chance to play through a ton because obviously it just came out, but what I've done so far I've really enjoyed. I think the winter activities are so cool. I love those. Like I've said like 1,000 times throughout this video, I love having more activities for my Sims to do, places to visit, places to go that are different from like your typical everyday Sims gameplay. Yeah, the world is beautiful. All of the buildings are built by actual Simmers in our community, and they're just so well made and so culturally diverse. Yeah, and what I've done out of the winter sports and the extreme sports I really enjoyed. So I think I'll probably put this one at a Rosebud. I don't think I've played with it enough for it to hit quite at a Motherlode, but it might honestly in the future move up there, but we're not sure yet. All right, so our next pack is Spa Day. Now Spa Day is a good pack. It's a solid pack. I do actually use this one quite a lot. I like the wellness skill. I play a lot with like kind of hippie artist type Sims, so having the wellness skill is really nice. In my vacation worlds, I love to put down like cute little spa areas, and so I think for me, honestly, Spa Day might be a Rosebud. Like I use this one weirdly a lot. So our next pack is Spooky Stuff. Now this one is also kind of a fine pack. Ever since we got Seasons, Spooky Stuff has been more useful. Like with Seasons, it plays really well. On its own, it's kind of useless. So with Seasons, I would say really good, like Rosebud good, but on its own it's really kind of unplayable, so for that reason I feel like I'm gonna have to put it in Grim Reaper. Alright, so our next pack is Strangerville. I thought that I would not like this pack. I play a lot of other games and I enjoy the, I guess, story-based aspect of those games, but for The Sims it was not really something I was very interested in. However, it was a nice shift from like our typical Sims gameplay. I didn't hate it. The town is really cool. I think the story was fun. It's like a little cliche and kind of dumb, but like still enjoyable. I like playing through it the first time. So yeah, in terms of replayability, not up there, but one downside is that every time you start a new game, the Strangerville town is back to where it started. Like all of the townies are weird and like zombified and walk like this. So I kind of wish I could like live in Strangerville and not have weird zombie people around me. Like that'd be great. And like weird mother plant bulbs growing out of the ground. So if we had a way to turn it off, that'd be great. I think it would move up to a Rosebud for me, because then I could live in that like super cute Wild West town that I think is really well done. But because you can't, and it's not the most replayable for that reason, I'm gonna probably just have to put that at Crumble Bottom. And the next pack we're gonna rank is Tiny Living. Now Tiny Living I honestly love. Again, brought all sorts of cute little items, nice little paintings, adorable clothing that, again, just to reiterate, fits so well into my cottagecore aesthetic that like I have to give this one a Motherlode. I mean, okay, I jumped right into that, but I mean the tiny homes are really well done. I think the build buy I use all the time. I don't know, it's a Motherlode for me, that's all. Okay, so our next pack is Toddler Stuff. Toddler Stuff is fine. Like I think it's probably, honestly, if you play with families a lot, it's kind of a necessary pack, because toddlers, when the game started, really did not have anything. So if you don't play with mods in CC, like, it's a good way to get some more stuff for your toddlers that they can play with, more things for them to wear, more hairstyles, etc. That ball pit is rendered real weird. They like went back and fixed it, and it's still like feels really out of place, but like I do use it, I guess. It's, I don't know, for me that one's like, you know, it's fine. It's fine. All right, so our next pack is Seasons. Now this, for me, easily the best pack we've received. Well, maybe a toss-up with Get Famous, but one of the best packs we've ever received for The Sims 4. Like, you can't, it's gotten to the point that, like, I would not be able to play The Sims 4 without Seasons. Seasons are so critical to gameplay. Really switches up the monotony of playing The Sims. Like, having Seasons just, like, makes everything feel like time is moving. It makes you feel so much more connected to your Sims. It kind of brings a lot more meaning to life. The holidays are so fun. I love being able to have, like, an excuse to get my Sims together, like bring all of their family members together, especially like with the sentiments. I'm sure this pack is only going to be more useful. Like, I love Seasons. For me, it's an easy mother load. Like, I don't even have that much to say. It's just 10 out of 10 for me. All right, so our next pack is Vampires. Now, Vampires, kind of an unexpected fave, maybe? If I played more with Vampires, I think this would be a mother load. However, I'm not a super big occult player, so for me, in terms of replayability, it's not one I use very often. However, the build buy stuff that came with Vampires, secretly some of the best we've got. It's really good. However, I just don't really care for Vampires personally, so I don't use it all that often. And Vlad keeps showing up at my house, which I find very annoying. So I don't know. It's definitely not a mother load for me, but I could see how it would be for other people. If you love Vampires, you'll love this pack. For me, I don't care too much for them, so I would have to bump it down to Rosebud, but I do think it's really well made pack, and the stuff that comes with it is really nice. All right, so our last and final pack for review is Vintage Glamour Stuff. Now this pack is also one that's kind of fine, I would say. The butler system is cool. Like, I know a lot of people say Dine Out is glitchy. I find the butlers to be very glitchy for me. But if you're playing Get Famous, it's nice to have butlers. It's a good addition. For that alone, I guess, yeah, I don't think it's quite at the crumble bottom level for me. I think I'm gonna put it at Grim Reaper. Yeah, okay. Let me review this. I think I stand by all of the decisions I made here. All right. So here's my tier list. If you're interested in trying this out yourself, I'm going to link to the tier down below. Definitely like drop down a comment or tweet at me if you are doing this yourself and you want to show me your tier. Like, I'm super interested in seeing how other people feel about this. Like, I'm always really interested in like everyone's opinions in the Sims community. Like, definitely let me know if you have thoughts and if you agree with my decisions or if you disagree. Honestly, I'm really curious. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was super fun. Anyway, I hope you guys have a magical, marvelous day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.